YouTube? You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Today, we're going to be going over the top 5 decks that just completely drive you insane. These are the decks that you hate to play against. You hate to see their faces. These decks are the epitome of annoyingness, and you just wonder, why did Konami make these decks? Number 5 on this list actually brought out the term helmet. Bujins, the most helmet deck of all time. Bujins rely on one mechanic, summoning Bujin Yamato, preventing your opponent from summoning monsters through the effect of Kaiser Coliseum, and then forcing your opponent to battle. Well, that's not really bad when you look at Bujin Yamato. He's 1800 attack. There are quite a few level 4 monsters that I can summon to get over. You thought Bujins as of current have up to 8 Honest in their deck. That's right, 2 Honest, 3 Crane, and 3 Bujin Singyu. That is too many monsters to be winning the battle with. Nobody likes to play against a deck where it says, hey, simplified game state, but I'm gonna win in that simplified game state. This deck is the epitome of just blah. Not on top of that, it has so many protection cards when it comes to targeting or being destroyed by battle that the deck forces you to battle against them. And guess what? When you battle, Honest too strong. Number 4 on this list is Ghost Trick. Now, if there was ever a letdown in Yu-Gi-Oh, it would have to be Ghost Trick. Just when you thought you were going for game, just when you thought you were attacking directly, they activate another Ghost Trick hand trap card that prevents the battle phase from happening. And you're just like, listen here, you annoying shit. I will find out where you live. I will contact you, okay? I will kill your mother, your father, your daughter, your children, your children's children. I will wipe you off the face of existence. Just because you're playing Ghost Trick. Ghost Tricks are the epitome of annoyingness. Not only do they prevent you from entering your battle phase and attacking, you know, what normal Yu-Gi-Oh do, they actually flip your monsters face down and then prevent you from flipping them back face up. Who wants to play against a deck that completely says, hey, all your monsters gonna get flipped face down, I don't want to flip face up, and when you finally do manage to get over that, you enter battle and then they attack. Which makes Ghost Tricks even worse is that they have a win condition, which actually is on this list. All win conditions I know on this list, TheCaliEffectX exploded, get over it. Ghost Tricks are the epitome of annoyingness because they prevent your opponent from going to battle, they flip your monsters face down, which are practically useless, and they're just annoying fucks. Number 3 on this list has to be Lightsworn. Now, all of the little Lightsworn monsters are fine. Everything was great until Judgement Dragon appears. Judgement Dragon is quietly known as the best monster in the game when it comes to effects and stats. If you guys don't know what Judgement Dragon do, I don't know what rock you're living under. At the cost of 1,000 life points, he becomes a dark hole-like heavy storm in the form of a 3,000 beater. Now, the reason why we really hate on that is because his summoning condition is extremely easy. Only thing you have to do is, well, play Lightsworn. That's really it. You play Lightsworn, you can summon Judgement Dragon. Now, 1 Judgement Dragon, that's fine. 2 Judgement Dragons would get a little shaky. But 3 Judgement Dragons, I mean, come on. Who's been triple Judgement Dragon sacked before? Raise your hand. I'm pretty sure everybody that's watched this video has seen triple Judgement Dragon. Now, that's not the point that it's easy to get over, its effect is gonna be easy. It's the point that Lightsworn have such easy access to a monster that just says, hey, I like that field you established. It'd be a shame if I paid 1,000 life points and just changed the game into my favor. Lightsworn players are probably some of the worst when you see them too. They always seem to be playing trap cards that don't ever belong, like Fiendish Chains and Mirror Forces and stuff. And then there's that one Lightsworn Barrier trap card that you see by bad Lightsworn players. A lot of them think that it's best to up the count in the deck, so you get these 60 card Lightsworn decks running around. And they still sack you with triple Judgement Dragon. Number 2 on this list is Dark World. And oh my god, doesn't everybody love to play against Dark World? The drawing, the discarding, the drawing again, the discarding. And let's not forget, Dark Worlds are the masters of Mind Crush. Oh man, everybody loves that. Dark Worlds are probably some of the worst players ever. I'm sorry, Dark World players. For the good Dark World players, we'll sit you to the side for the later part of this segment. Dark World players always tend to happen to be that one scrub that just so happens to get bored with his Fable deck and then figures out, wait, I can discard Dark World monsters too? And he seems to mix them up and then put Chaos Sorcerer and BLS. Do not get any ideas, Dark World players or Fable players that have not tried that yet. Do not. It's the worst time of your life. I think what makes Dark World so high on this list is because they can actually run floodgates and they have a floodgate predicated to them. I mean, skill drain is at 1, but it's still skill drain. You know, when you open it to the Dark World player, they're like, I can still activate my effects. Peekaboo, what are you gonna do? And then they still have that one Dark World card that banishes the opponent in the graveyard. They get extremely annoying. What really takes the cake about the Dark World player is the old Dark World players. The ones that, remember when we had Graceful Charity? Oh man, we'd be tier 1 with that card. No, you wouldn't. Stop, please. Just stop. Number 1 on this list is the deck that everybody hates. Actually, I should rephrase. It's the decks that everybody hates. Alternate win condition decks / burn decks. Konami decided to be nice and be like, hey, you don't have to attack to reduce your life points to 0. We're gonna make these super cool other ways to win. It just so happens that players got smart enough to say, hey, I'm not gonna, play these cards in a deck that I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna dedicate all of my resources to playing this, to winning this game. Gee, who would have guessed? Decks like Exodia, Chicken Race, Royal Magical Library FTK. All of these decks require 0 interaction with the opponent. Granted, the other decks require just a little interaction, but this one requires none, and that's why they make the top of the list. Even burn players are like the worst players to ever live. They're like the plebs of life. Like, why do you even play decks like this? Stop. If they do it just for a troll and kick and fun, that's perfectly fine. But when you're talking about getting somewhere in life, really burn players, they're that bad that we try to bring in life stories to tell them why they shouldn't be playing burn. They are legitimately not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! They're playing Solitaire. So why did Konami make it? Who knows? Maybe so the Cali Effect can be pissed off. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Fortunately, I did not have to make this list on my own. I had all my niggas on Twitch giving the Cali Effect all of the help that he needs to create the most fantastic list. Now, obviously, there were a lot of decks that I had to leave out, and they even mentioned them. Oh my god. Let's not talk about those other decks that we mentioned. I'm pretty sure you can post them down below. It'll be really fun to see what you think would be the 5 worst decks that I didn't list.